Welcome back. You're watching The Money Show on ET Now. It's time for our Spend with TMS segment, and some more not so good news for consumers and purchasers of cars, because not only have cars gotten more expensive, their parts as well are now going to be difficult to service, to replace, thanks to the global shortage of semiconductors that's even impacting car production in the first place. So let's understand all of this with Kranti Sambhav, editor and lead for Auto with Times Drive. Hi Kranti, good to have you back with us on The Money Show. So Kranti, firstly, let's talk about this price hike that we have seen a lot of these companies do. What's the reason behind it? And on an average, what sort of a price hike have you seen a lot of, most of the major brands bring in?
So, if you look at the auto market, this is a regular phenomenon. We keep seeing the kind of price hikes which are being announced. And in January, what happens when you see the year change, many customers, they don't want to buy cars in December, but they want to, delay their decision till January. So that is one easy point where they can raise the prices and all. So in January, we have already seen one price hike. Almost like, if you talk about major number one, number two car players, Maruti, Hyundai, Tata, Renault, Mahindra, they've all, done the price hike almost from the range of, that range is around 25,000 to 40,000 or maybe more than that. So that price hike we have already seen 1 month back. Immediately, I don't think the price hike we're going to see again, but maybe in April when new financial year starts, maybe we are going to see some price hike because of input costs as well, which are increasing, and because of steel prices and all. The indications which we are getting, I think the car companies are thinking or deciding when to do that. But price hike, which is kind of periodic phenomena, twice or thrice a year. I think April is going to be another month when we are going to see this price hike.
Okay, and is that going to be a bit a more brutal one of sorts? And which segment do you think is going to see the worst effect of this price hike, impact of this price hike, rather?
That is a bit difficult to say right now, because obviously the raw material which are being used, obviously they are used in all the cars. But there is one more factor which is compounding the whole effect, which you mentioned in your intro. The semiconductor, the shortage of semiconductors it has made the whole production process right now. It is making everything pretty complex. No one knows when that shortage will be over. We had this long discussion with Mahindra after their earnings call, and then at that time Mahindra is deciding whether and when to launch their XUV500 and Scorpio, and we are seeing, or we are sensing, some kind of delay because of the shortage of semiconductors. Point is, the input cost is increasing, and plus the shortage of very important part of any cars which we are seeing these days, because more and more cars are coming with high-tech features, electronics. So that is one portion, one big aspect. So I guess we are going to see this price hike across the board. But again, the entry segment cars won't see that kind of price hike the way we see in maybe B segment, maybe C segment or D segment.
Taking that point forward, actually, on the whole shortage of semiconductors, for car makers, of course, production is going to be difficult, because today you have a majority of, not a majority, but a big part of your car that actually depends on these electrical components and electronic components like semiconductors. So, firstly, is that going to affect my ability to be able to buy a car, for a car to even be available in the market? Do you think that we could reach that kind of a situation?
I don't think, because what has happened, if you look at the whole car industry right now, car market, I would say, it is very interesting right now. We had lockdown, and after that, big lull period, and after that, everyone started buying, and then all of a sudden we see the shortage. So the pent-up demand is there. The shortage of this semiconductor is there. So now most of the cars which are kind of hit top 10 cars, and we are seeing waiting period of almost 9 months, 8 months. So customers are ready to wait. So they have booked their cars, they are ready to wait, and I guess they're okay with it right now because there are few cars which everyone wants to buy. For example, Thar. I told you 9 months for Thar, Magnite, which is interesting value proposition. It is also seeing around 7 to 8 months of waiting period. Hyundai Creta, which made a comeback last year, that is also seeing almost 7 to 8 months waiting period. So customers are kind of ready to wait, I guess, and they don't have much option. And at the same time, whatever conversations we have had with the industry, I don't think the prices would increase because of that right now, because everyone is waiting when this impact of work from home on the auto industry. When will it be over? So everyone is waiting.
All right. What about procurement of, servicing and procurement of different car parts today? Do you think that, customers and of cars who want to get their cars serviced, whose parts, infotainment systems, sunroofs, etc., may have been spoiled? Do you think that it's going to take them a while to get all of this fixed?
I guess because as the experts are saying, or when you look at the kind of reactions which we get from the experts on semiconductors, for them, auto is not the semiconductors industry. Auto is not the first priority company because that's why I use the word work from home. We are working from home, and I have bought like 5 gadgets. I finally had to buy PlayStation for my son, and that is the whole thing. Everyone is buying all those consumer goods, and semiconductor industry that is their priority. So auto industry, which is so big, and we are all for economies as well, but all of a sudden, this surge in demand, this increment in the kind of features or increment in the kind of gadgets we are putting in the cars. Last year, we saw lots of connected cars, artificial intelligence, cars, and which had artificial intelligence. So those kind of features are coming in cars, and all of a sudden, this whole demand has risen. And at the same time, when you look at servicing and repairing, I think point is that I haven't been seeing any complaints from the customers right now, but because we are mostly focusing on the production bit or the delivery bit. But service, obviously, it is going to be, because if you talk about the priority list, the production requirement will be higher than the serviceability. So I guess those customers will wait as well.
Correct. Okay, all right. Okay, well, Karthik, Krantik, it was great to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining in today on The Money Show. And with that, we're completely out of time, so we'll wrap it up. Thank you so much for watching.